Hello and welcome to Vegas Aces. I'm your host, Heather Ferris, and are you ready to dive into the thriving world of casino game design? In this video, we'll explore the essential tips and hidden pitfalls that could make or break your game's success on the casino floor. Learn from insider secrets on how to keep your game engaging, cost effective, and attractive to both players and casino operators. Whether you're a seasoned inventor or just starting out, these insights will give you the edge you need to make your mark in the high stakes world of casino gaming. Tune in to unlock all the secrets and keys to casino game success. Now, this is also an AMA, so if you have any questions about inventing a casino game, playing table games, or how to deal table games, put them in the live chat and I will answer them at the end of this video. So let's get started with number one. When a casino puts your game into their casino, 90% of the time, they will put your game in the carnival pit with games such as 3-card poker, high card flush, and ultimate Texas Hold'em. Now, if you invent, let's say, a poker game, then let's say on the level of 7-card stud or Omaha, where it is player versus player, then more than likely the casino won't put your game in their poker room. They are not typically looking to put new games in the poker room or the sports betting area. Casinos are looking for a player versus casino type of a game with a house edge that ranges from 2% to 5%. Now, the exception to this rule is side bets. So blackjack side bets, craps side bets, and roulette side bets. These would be exactly the same game as they had on their casino floor, except with an additional side bet. So examples of this would be fire bets on craps, lucky ladies on blackjack, or the racetrack on roulette. So just keep this in mind when you are inventing new casino games. It's already difficult enough to get your game into a casino. If you invent a game that's supposed to be anywhere in the casino that's not in the carnival pit, you're just making it harder. It's less of a chance that you would actually be able to do this. It's not impossible. It's just extremely difficult. So let's go on to number two. Games that have a combination of cards and dice. Now, this is typically really tough to make this work. When you do a new casino game, you either want to do an all card game or an all dice game. You don't typically want to have a game that has both cards and dice in it. And casinos prefer card games over dice games. So remember, if you guys have any questions about inventing a casino game, playing a casino game, or how to deal a casino game, put them in the live chat and we will answer them at the end of the video. Number three, you are going to have a really hard time getting casinos to pick up a game that has custom cards. Casinos typically switch out their cards every shift, and they don't want to spend the extra money buying custom cards for a new game. So if you have 3 shifts per day and the game uses 1 deck at a time, then this comes out to 3 decks per day plus 30 days is typically 90 decks of cards per month. Now, if you are an inventor, keep in mind that they will say yes to this. However, the inventor is typically the one covering the cost of buying and providing custom cards to the casinos. However, this can significantly cut into their profit margin, especially if the inventor is only making $500 per month for one game. The cost of custom cards can typically get pretty expensive. So that's another thing to keep in mind. The next one on the list is complicated versus simplicity. If there are too many rules or if too many things for the player to remember, it just won't work. Your game won't work. It will make it very hard for players to understand how to play the game. You don't want a complicated game. Instead, you want a game that is simple but not stupid. The more complicated a game it is, the harder it is to get it into the casino. Now, there are exceptions to this. So craps is a good example. If craps was a brand new game that was trying to get into the casino today, it would never be accepted. It just wouldn't make it. The only reason why it works is because some version of craps has been around for hundreds of years. Craps, the craps that we know it as of today, was invented in 1940, but before that, it was a medieval dice game known as Hazard. If you get a chance, if you want to learn more about this, read the book Roll the Bones by David Schwartz. It's a whole book about the history of gambling. It's one of my favorite books. I absolutely love it. If you're interested, check out the link in the description below. Now, again, if you have any questions about inventing a casino game, playing table games, or how to deal table games, put them in the live chat and I will answer them at the end of the video. If you guys are watching this on replay, if you missed the live stream, go ahead and put your questions in the chat and I will write them down for future AMAs. Now, here is the last pitfall, the last one we're going to go over. Number 5. And let me write this down so that way I have it for chapters. Number 5, when inventing a casino game, you want players to make a quick and easy decision, not a hard one that will take a lot of time to think about. You don't want players to solve a puzzle that takes 5 minutes to figure out. The reason why is because casinos must maintain a certain number of hands per hour. A slow game doesn't make money for the casino. To give you an idea of how long it should take a player to make a decision and move on, in blackjack, they typically have about 350 to 450 hands per hour, depending on the casino. A break-in house that has new dealers will typically be about 350 hands per hour, while a top-tier casino where the dealers have been dealing for 20 years is typically average around 450 hands per hour. Now, compare that to something like roulette, where on roulette, they have 60 spins per hour, and on craps, it's about 60 rolls per hour. Poker, where you have multiple rounds and the players take time to make a decision, only have about 30 to 40 hands per hour, just so you can kind of get an idea of other table games. So again, you want it to be a quick pace and have more hands per hour versus less hands per hour. So if you guys have any questions about inventing a casino game, playing the table game, and how to deal table games, this is your last chance to ask them. And then we're going to be ending this video. So let us go through some of these questions. Yes, Mondo, you are first. Here's one. Bantoon says, if someone invents a game, should they get a patent? Also, should I hire a statistician to determine if it's even profitable? I'll answer the last question first. Yes, you always want to hire a mathematician to look over your game. A mathematician, and this is actually a pretty complicated question, so I'll go into it. When you hire a mathematician, they're going to figure out your house edge. You typically want the house edge to be 2% to 5%, depending on the game. You don't want anything lower than 1%. You don't want anything higher than 7%. If, for example, you created a game and it's a 15% house edge, the mathematician will go over what rules you can change to lower the house edge. Or, for example, if you're shooting for a 5% house edge and your game is at a 1%, you can again change the rules to make the house edge go higher. So it's really important to have that mathematician. We typically recommend Joseph Shipman as your mathematician, and I can put his email in the description below. It's not there right now, but I will do it after this is done. Okay. And when you are presenting your game to a casino, you want to present them with a GLI or BMM math report. Now, this is incredibly expensive. So what I tell my clients is, instead of going directly to GLI or BMM very first thing and have them start from scratch, which will cost you a ton of money, hire someone like Joseph Shipman to do the math first. And then once the math has been figured out and you've made the rule changes and you like your game, take that version to GLI or BMM and then have them do the math. And this will significantly cut the cost of them doing the math for you. When you put your game into a, let's say, a Nevada casino, the Nevada Gaming Control Board will want the GLI or BMM math report, and so will the casino. So that is something that you will definitely need. Now, as for a patent, it depends on what path you want to take with your casino game. So if you decide to put your casino game in a casino, in a land-based casino on the casino floor, yes, you want a patent for it. And we typically recommend Rich Newman to do that. He does all of the new casino games out there. He knows the laws very well. He is just wonderful to work with. We always recommend him. I will put his information in the description as well. Okay, and I put that down there. And again, I'll do this after the live stream. So it's not going to be there this second, but I will do that at the end of the live stream. So you do want to patent the game. Now, if you decide that you want to sell your game to an online casino, it depends. Sometimes you do want to patent, sometimes you do not want to patent. It depends on the large corporation that you're going to be selling your game to. And it's still patentable. Like your game, even if you don't have a patent, it's still patentable. So you can still sell your game. It's just you're not going to be spending thousands of dollars to get a patent before you sell the game. It's kind of complicated. It's one of those things where it just depends on the situation and what's going on. In that case, I would ask Rich Newman, or if you do want to go the route of selling your game to an online casino, I typically recommend people go to UNLV. There's a class at UNLV that invents casino games, and part of the class, which starts in August and ends in December. Let me know if you're interested. Email at heather@vegas-aces.com and I can introduce you to the professor and we could get you signed up for it. With that class, you invent a game in the class, and then if the mentor likes it and they want to buy it, they will buy it from you. It doesn't have to be patented. So it really just depends on the circumstances that you're in. Again, if you're interested in this class, email me, heather@vegas-aces.com. Like I said, it goes through August to December. And anyone can be enrolled. You don't have to be a student of UNLV to be enrolled. Also, you don't have to live in Las Vegas to go to the class. They have a Zoom option. So anyone from around the world could still take the class without actually living in Las Vegas. Now, if you have a question, ask now or forever hold your peace. or at least wait until I do the next live stream. While we're waiting for people to get in their last minute questions, the other thing is I am doing another live stream today with the Wizard of Odds. We are going to be doing it on his channel, The Odds Must Be Crazy, at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please join us for that live stream. And if you weren't able to get in your question now, you can always ask us on the Wizard of Odds live stream at 3 p.m. So I don't see any more questions. So I think we'll do it for today. I hope that helps you guys. And it was great seeing you guys. So I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.